What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor a harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight... Okay, making their debut on the channel tonight, we have Threeo of the Beast. Yes, indeed, how about that? Threeo of the Beast making their debut on the channel. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to do all the clicks and the likes and the bibbity-bobbity-bob, do me a favor. Before you do all those clicks and likes, make sure you watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from Julio Cesar Maciel, and Julio wanted to see me react to this. It is Threeo of the Beast, and they're performing the Iron Maiden song, Hallowed Be Thy Name. Now, have I heard the song before? Full disclosure, yes I have. I've heard this song many times. People often ask why I don't do Iron Maiden on the channel. Very simply because I don't know if I would say I'm a huge Iron Maiden fan, but I'm familiar with their body of work. I've heard pretty much every Iron Maiden song there is. I won't go as far as to say I'm a fan of theirs. I'm not so, like, if they were in town, would I get tickets? Yeah, if the price was right, sure. But I'm not one of these fans that flies halfway across the world to go see them. I'm not gonna do that. In passing, yeah, sure. Yeah, like I said, if they come to LA, yeah, if the ticket price is right, I'll go see them, sure. But I won't go as far as to say I'm a huge Iron Maiden fan, but I am familiar with their body of work. Having said that, this song is one of the songs that they play pretty much every single show. It's a very popular song, and I know it gets a lot of respect in the Iron Maiden community. Having said that though, I have never even heard of Threeo of the Beast, so I haven't heard anything from them. So this is a cover. I'm gonna be really interested to see what Threeo of the Beast does with this. So, full disclosure, total transparency, I will not be reacting to the original song itself, the songwriting. The original song has absolutely nothing to do with this reaction. I'm going to be basing my reaction, my evaluation, and my score completely on what Threeo of the Beast does with this song. Do they play the song note for note, tone for tone, beat for beat, word for word, exactly like the original? Or do they put their own spin on it, put their own feel on it, and kind of make the song, or at least this cover, their own? I'm not sure. Only way to find out is to give it a listen. This was posted by Rafael Menders, and the video has 273,325 views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Iron Maiden, Hallowed Be Thy Name by Threeo of the Beast. Cool. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
My cold cell when the bell begins. time for me are running low.
Okay, so they're taking the approach of carbon copy. They're gonna go for a sound and a style that is exactly like Iron Maiden. They're gonna do their best to emulate Iron Maiden and play the song note for note, beat for beat, tone for tone, word for word, exactly like the original. Okay. I personally, when it comes to doing covers, I personally like it when bands put their own spin on things. I like it when they put their own flavor on it and they make the song their own. But I do see the value of covers being done carbon copy style. I do see the value, especially if you're a tribute band. Like if you're like an Iron Maiden tribute band. I don't know if you guys have ever seen the Iron Maidens. Probably one of the better Iron Maiden tribute bands I've seen. I actually did. I actually played in an Iron Maiden tribute band called Power Slave. That was fun. It was a good time. But again, trying their best to sound exactly like Iron Maiden for the purpose of paying tribute to them. Okay, I get it. I get it. Not necessarily the biggest fan of it, but I understand it. And I do understand there is a market for that. I will say, musically, guitar, bass, drums, pretty accurate. Pretty darn accurate. Vocally, his pronunciation is spot on with Bruce Dickinson. The pronunciation, how he pronounces the words, his diction, his vowel formation, it's spot on. His tone is not as rich. It's not as full. It's not as strong as Bruce Dickinson's. But his pitch, like the notes he's hitting, they're accurate. They're very accurate. I would say this vocalist is doing a really good job. Not amazing, not spectacular. I hesitate to even use the word great, but he's doing a really good job. So, like I said, his pronunciation is spot on. Like how he says the words, it's like a carbon copy of Bruce Dickinson. It's fun. It's fun. Let's keep going here.
Mountain terror, he's a waiting in him some crazy dream. Somebody breathing it down and dream me. No ways to stop his screaming. Try to escape me when he trying to speak. Just down the right, I'm trying. I'm to know when I'm free, I'm dying. Don't believe in the violence I need.
Yeah, I mean, it's extremely accurate. And like I said, musically, they're nailing it. I mean, guitar, bass, drums, yeah, it sounds like Notationally, it sounds exactly like another. The tone isn't exactly the same. It doesn't sound exactly like like the guitar tone's a little different. The bass tone is very similar, but not exact. The drums sound pretty accurate, actually, as from a tonal standpoint. But the notes that they're playing, the attacks, it all sounds carbon copied. Absolutely carbon copied. And like I said, I get the feeling that's what they're going for here. Vocally, I stand by what I said. Pronunciation, spot on. Spot on. Tone, not quite the same. He doesn't have the richness and the fullness, but and doesn't have the power. But it's not to say he's doing a bad job. He's doing a fine job. And like I said, from his pronunciation, the pronunciation is spot on. It's kind of eerie. It sounds like a weaker Bruce Dickinson. But like I said, it's missing the power, it's missing the fullness. But it still sounds good. Like really good. So let's keep going here. The bass playing is one of the highlights for me. I mean, that's true, though, of pretty much any Iron Maiden song. I mean, look, I'm a bass player, okay, sue me. But I've always mentioned Steve Harris is one of my influences when it comes to live play. The dude is just accurate. Absolutely accurate. Whenever I've heard them play live, and I've never seen Iron Maiden live. I've never actually gone to a concert, but I've seen video footage. I used to own a couple of live DVDs of them, and I would always be amazed watching him play. Number one, the guy's just a ball of energy. He's all over the stage, which I love. But here's the thing that I love about that. While he's running around, he is still dead on accurate. He's absolutely dead on accurate. And with all of his subdivisions. And it's fun to listen to him play live, especially. I will say the bass playing in this is spot on. You can absolutely set your watch to it. Absolutely. Don't get me wrong. The guitar playing sounds really good. Okay, it does. The drumming sounds really good. It does. But the bass is really kind of standing out to me in this. It's definitely the highlight for me. And like I said, I'm a bass player, so of course I'm going to have a certain amount of bias towards that. But I mean, I'm human. Sue me, okay? But I'm digging the bass playing in this for sure. Let's finish this out, and we'll get to the review. Yeah, I mean, it was a really good job. It really was. I might, and if I think about it, I might even go as far as to say it was a great job. I might. I have to think about that though. I don't want to make that statement without being able to back it up. So let me get my thoughts together. I'll see you in the review and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Threeo of the Beast with a rendition of the Iron Maiden song, Hallowed Be Thy Name. This was a request from Julio Cesar Maciel. Okay. Before I give my score, I need to make sure that I'm very clear on this point and I'm transparent and there's absolutely no way anybody could possibly misunderstand me where I'm coming from with this. I said at the beginning of the video that I'm very familiar with the song, okay? So I am not taking the song, the original song, into account here in any way, shape, or form because I'm very familiar with that song. I am basing my reaction, my evaluation, and my score completely on what Threeo of the Beast did with the song. How well they played the song, their rendition, their cover. That's all I'm taking into account here, okay? So please keep that in mind. Having said that, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm gonna give that an 8.3. Yep, 8.3. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why. Why? Okay, like I said during the course of my reaction, there are two ways you can do a cover. One is you take the song and you put your own flavor on it. You put your own spin on it. You pay homage to it, obviously. You don't want to take it so far out of left field that it sounds totally and completely unrecognizable. I mean, covers should always be recognizable. But you still put your own flavor on it. You put your own spin on it. You may take it in a direction that's a little different from the original, and you make it your own. That's one way of doing it. And to be perfectly honest with you, it's my favorite way of doing covers, okay? The other way to do it is to do what Threeo of the Beast did and pay homage to it by playing the song exactly like the original. Note for note, beat for beat, tone for tone, exactly how the original song is. And I gotta say, they did a really great job of it. They did. I mean, look. Let's call a spade here, okay? Are they Iron Maiden? No. Did they sound like Iron Maiden? Some parts, yes, but for the most part, no, okay? But they did definitely nail the song, without question. The drumming was spot on. The bass playing was spot on. The guitar playing, from what I remember, was spot on. The guitar solo, I'm not 100% sure about. That's my one gray area. I don't know if the guitar solo was note for note exactly like the original. It sounded like it. It sounded very familiar, but I don't know, and I cannot say with 100% certainty that they nailed the guitar solo. They may have taken some liberties. I don't know. I'm not 100% certain, but it did sound good. It sounded right from what I remember, and nothing stuck out as, oh, that didn't sound right. That didn't sound accurate. Oh, that didn't feel good. None of that ever happened. So I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt and say they nailed it. Everything about this sounded like Iron Maiden for the most part. Tonally, okay, tone's a different story, and we're going to get more into tone in a little bit. But notationally, the notes that they were playing, spot on. Absolutely spot on. The subdivisions, the counting, the accents, spot on, okay? Now, tone. Let's talk about tone. Was it exactly like Iron Maiden? No, it was not. And that is across the board. Bass tone was a little bit different. Guitar tone was a little bit different. The drums didn't quite sound exactly like Iron Maiden's tone. And the biggest difference was vocally. Now, vocally, I'm going to give credit where credit is due to the vocalist, okay? His diction, his pronunciation, his vowel formation, man, one of the most accurate to Bruce Dickinson I've ever heard from an Iron Maiden tribute band, if I'm being honest here. His tone, not his tone, his diction, his pronunciation, his vowel formation sounded spot on like Bruce Dickinson, man. It did. It was very, very well done, and that comes from a lot of practice. Okay, you don't just wake up one day and sound like him, and speak like him. It takes time, and obviously this man has put a lot of work into it, and I got to give credit where credit's due. Okay, also notationally, pitch, spot on. It sounded dead accurate to the song. Everything sounded in tune. Everything sounded right. Tone. The tone sounds different, okay? He did not have the richness and the fullness and the power and the projection that Bruce Dickinson has. Who does, though? You know, who really does? I can't think of too many singers that I can honestly say that do. But what he did do well, he did really well. So, and to be perfectly clear, I am not criticizing him. I am not saying he did a bad job. He did a great job. Okay, he did. Was he an exact carbon copy of Bruce Dickinson? No, but then again, like I said, who is? For what they are, what they did, I thought they did a great job. I really do. Not my favorite Iron Maiden song, not by any stretch, but I do recognize that it is one of the more popular Iron Maiden songs. It's one of those songs that people look forward to every time Iron Maiden plays live. The crowd looks forward to this song. And to the best of my knowledge, I believe Iron Maiden pretty much 90% of the time oblige, and they play the song live. I know they have other songs in their library and songs that they would like to get to and other songs they would like to play live and experience, playing live in front of a crowd. But let's be honest here, you also want to give the fans what they want, so that way the fans leave happy and hopefully will come back the next time you come to town. So I get it. I absolutely get it. It's like AC/DC playing You Shook Me All Night Long. Every single time they play live, you can bang on them playing that song live. You don't think for one second AC/DC is tired of playing that song? You better believe they are. They're probably sick of that song. But They're going to oblige the crowd. Why? Because they want the crowd to leave happy and, like I said, hopefully come back the next time they come into town. So, I get it. I absolutely get it. No, but I think Threeo Of The Beas did a fantastic job of paying homage to Iron Maiden, really doing a great job of being a tribute act and really making sure they did everything they could to make their version sound exactly like the original. Was it exact? No, but some things are out of their reach. You know, some things are beyond their ability. You know, you're not going to get the exact same guitar tone unless you get the exact same equipment, get the exact same effect racks, get the exact same processors, get the exact same everything, and set every single dial exactly how they have it, get the exact same instruments with the exact same equipment, the exact same hardware, the exact same pickups, exact same cables. Yes, cables, absolutely. Everything has to be taken into account if you want to get an exact tone. So some things are beyond their reach, some things are out of their hands, and they're working with what they have. So gotta give them credit though. They did a really good job sounding and emulating like Iron Maiden. I think they did a great job, and that's why they're getting the great score of 8.3. So 8.3, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hopefully I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, then I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for the night, folks. Thank you very much for watching. And as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.